Hi, I'm Terry Murphy for The Data Advocate, bringing you the latest in MLS updates. And today we have a great guest. Her name is Giselle Abadi. She's the CTO and co-founder of Realtyna. And I got to meet this amazing woman who speaks 3 languages, who has a background that's amazing. I only wish I had her brain. With regards to all things MLS and technology, even though she's not a developer, she could be if she just decided to do it today. Uh, Amazing opportunity happened in Europe, and we're here today to talk about the MLS International Forum that's going to be held in Milan, Italy. That should be fun. Welcome, Giselle.
Thank you, Terry.
Well, you know I'm one of your biggest fans, and the more I get to know you, the more I'm in awe of what you do and how you do it, especially with such an international reach. I mean, with 3 languages, you worked in Paris, you're in Georgia, you do all these amazing things. Uh, One of the things that I learned about you was your passion for collaboration. And that's what the MLS International Forum did in Paris for the first time. It was the, what do we call it? It was the inaugural forum. And because it was such an amazing success and it was very intimate, some of the top leaders, tell us what your vision was as you started thinking about this international reach for putting real estate industry leaders around the world together in one place to discuss MLS listing services and standards.
Yeah, sure. We at Realtyna, we have clients from 96 countries, and we work, but with 90% of our focus for sure is in North America and Canada. And the way that people do business in North America, we do how they do business and the pain points, especially when there is no MLS, how difficult it is to create websites, to get them listed, to bring different data feeds together. And that is how we got to know RISO. RISO helped a lot. Real estate as standard organization. They helped a lot for standardizing the data sets and data dictionary and the data transport, all of this. And we started implementing those for international markets as well. But at the same time, because there is no MLS, or if there are MLSs, there are very few, and they don't grow beyond a certain limit in other parts of the world. This question was always in the back of my head: why we don't have MLS systems in other parts of the world? Why they are not successful? There is MLS in Romania. They are based on Flex MLS platform, so it's a US platform. They implemented it based on RISO standards, but yet after 17 years, still, there are just a few hundred members. So this question was always in the back of our mind, and one of the things was that people need to in the industry level to agree upon a set of standards and rules between themselves, and lack of standards actually created a lot of pitfalls for young MLSs, of course. Yeah, so, and unfortunately, there are some companies. Yeah.
What I was going to say was so for those people that don't know RISO, it's a real estate standards organization, and gives us a structure that has trust because there's some consistency to it and some transparency. And we had Sam DeBoard on recently who helped understand that. But when you realize, when you get out of the US, where we've had MLS for about 100 and some years, you realize that it's not the same out there, and you have this beautiful fire in you to, along with your team at Realtyna, which you'll tell us a little bit about in a second, how that's going to, what we have to do to make that happen. And that's probably one of the first steps for the forum. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. It breaks my heart because I see that a lot of efforts is going to creating MLSs with non-standard platforms or software foundation basically, and that makes like the MLS as real estate associations and MLS organizations stuck with one technical provider, and that one technical provider only serves maybe one or two MLSs, and they don't make enough money. So the technology is evolving every day, and so they get behind, you know, the progress, basically advancements in the technology. But when you follow a standard, you can pick different, you know, you are not stuck with one technology provider. First of all, you have access to pool of technology or technical resources because everybody knows the standards. And as the standards evolve, the software platform also evolve with the standards, sometimes faster, sometimes slower, but you know, there is progress. So that was one of the reasons, because we had a lot of negotiations in Europe, for example, for creating MLSs in different countries. And we saw that, you know, there is not enough awareness about why it is so vital for them to choose to stick to the standards. It makes their life much easier. And that was the original like fire that, you know, we thought that, okay, we have to create this forum so everybody collaborates, even, you know, all the different technology companies, platform providers.
Well, some of the glitterati in real estate internationally were there. And for those people who are not familiar, besides RISO, we had CEPI, which is the Central Europe Association. What you did was bring together top visionaries, thinkers, entrepreneurs in the industry, and helped us just have a meeting about where everybody was and where they wanted to see it go. And what I thought was so brilliant about it, this was held, by the way, in Paris, very nice, in 2023. And so Milan is scheduled for October 7th and 8th in Milan, Italy. It's going to be another step. Would you agree? Because the first one was everybody got to meet everybody in face-to-face, talk about their issues, talk about their concerns, talk about where there are opportunities for collaboration. We had some very pivotal people there that have experienced some of the US, not that we're the standard, but that we have some process in place. And then what we can do to give the consumer there a more confident transaction, because there's collaboration. So this year you've got a much broader, would you say broader spectrum? Tell us a little bit about what we could expect in Italy this year at the International Forum.
Honestly, I'm not involved with the organization team directly, so I'm managing other projects. But from what I heard is that we will have like people, government entities, even from, for example, United Arab Emirates, from Africa. Some countries from Africa will be there. From East Asia, we will have attendees, and you know, associations basically. So it's going to be much wider. Last year it was mostly European countries and US, Canada, but this year we're going to have more attendees for sure.
Yeah. So your experience having worked in Europe with the MLS shortcomings, what do you think is your biggest challenge, and have you had a recent big success that you would think that a hurdle that you got over?
Yeah, actually, you know, one of the biggest challenges for creating MLS systems is that there is no offer of compensation in other parts of the world. And I think this is one of the foundations of MLS systems, to have like an umbrella that like protects everyone's rights. And you know, there are some non-written agreements, you know, between agents, how to collaborate with each other. And this offer of compensation was a key part. And you know, we have like I think in Europe more than 95% of deals are dual agency based. So when there's a dual agency and there are portals that list the properties, there is no need for MLS, to be honest. And the portals themselves also was one of the obstacles for creating successful MLSs. So we thought that we need to develop an idea, not like a platform basically that encourages collaboration between agents. And here I'm living in France, so here hiring a buyer side agent or representative is a luxury. Because you can contact a listing agent and get the double side of the deal and even maybe pay less commission, because the commission is on the transaction amount, like in the US. So we developed a concept called Paris Paradigm that last year we announced it during the MLS Forum in Paris. And that is based on a completely new compensation structure that is called inverse commission. It means that when a buyer wants to is interested in a property, they can hire an agent, which we call it in this system, in this paradigm, we call it negotiator. And the negotiator actually goes and work based on your interest, and the interests of both parties are 100% aligned, because the better of a deal they can get for the buyer, the more commission they make. And that is really unprecedented in the industry, because agents usually they make commission on the closed closed value of the listing. It is in direct correlation. The higher the prices, the more commission they make. But in this model, basically, you have an agent that works for you based on your interest, and actually their interest is also aligned with you. And that is not a luxury anymore. Anybody wants to have someone by their side that they know that they will fight to get the best deal for them, to find issues in the property and bring down the cost for them. So this is the whole structure of Paris Paradigm. And then during the last year, we worked with, you know that already, that with a lot of industry experts like Saul Klein, Mary Jo Cohen from Stellar MLS, John Riley, and a lot of other people, including yourself. We fine-tuned this system for the US market, because it's, interestingly enough, due to recent changes in the practice in the US, offer of compensation is going to go from the MLS. So we need to still have a system that encourages collaboration between buyer side agents and seller side agents. So this is something that we're looking like we already have the website up and running, Paris Paradigm. There will be another website, negotiator.re, that agents and brokers basically they can subscribe and they can bring in their agents, and they can use the system.
So it's lovely that it was Paris. The Paris Paradigm was basically born there. You brought it to the world through the MLS International Forum, first of its kind, unprecedented, amazing commitment from everyone, beautiful, unbiased, let me say unbiased, beautiful, transparent wants and needs from the countries that were there and from the different visionaries in different places. This year, you're expanding it. You've got the Paris Paradigm kind of nailed down, especially with all the challenges the National Association of Realtors is having at this moment. And it's a, like you said, it's a real asset to avoid issues with dual agency and commission verbiage that's on MLS. So if somebody wanted more information about Paris Paradigm, where should they go to get it?
Yeah, at the moment it is parisparadigm.com. We are also soon we will update the website to have a different template, but all the information is there. There are I don't know, hundreds of FAQ questions. There are articles, there are videos of the presentation in the MLS Forum that describes what is the problem and how this can solve the current issues. Soon negotiator.re also will be launched. So interesting, agents and brokers who are interested. And we got a lot of interest already from our existing clients because we talk to them all the time and they're just waiting, okay, when we can sign up and have this hire me as a negotiator, hire me as a navigator, which is in simple terms, like a touring contract before showing a property. They can, have it on any type of website that they have for lead capture, and later it will be on a like another platform also that has all the listings data there, and that also generates traffic and buyers. Basically, it's going to be a lead generation for participating agents and brokers.
It's an amazing amount of work. I know you've worked tirelessly on this because we meet regularly to discuss new nuances and challenges and tweaks. But at the end of the day, what would be the best outcome for Paris Paradigm, for realtors, for agents worldwide, in your opinion?
I think a more transparent market, helps. We have to always. This is our motto from day one in Realtyna, that we have to think about the consumers. So when consumers feel at ease, they feel protected, they feel that they're not taken advantage of, and they can trust the system, they can come in and sign faster, and of course, with the recent changes, like this is Saul Klein's line that when the paradigm shifts, everything goes back to zero. But we are happy that this solution was almost ready when this crisis happened in the industry, and it can save a lot of jobs, in my point of view, real estate jobs.
I also think it offers a barrier of protection because things are so clear. And that's really what the whole issues are right now, is about the clarity of the transaction. So here you are at the most perfect time. Paris Paradigm is born. Paris happens. Now Milan, if you're interested in attending the International MLS Forum, is there limited seating like there was last year? Do you know? I know.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. There's a limitation. Yeah.
So there you go. So it's October, mark your calendars. It's October 7th and 8th in Milan, Italy. You can go to mlsforum.org, get the information. It's mlsforum.org to get more information about the event itself. If you have any interest in understanding the expansion of data collaboration, that's the place to be. And with leaders like yourself and Ali Attar, and some of the amazing people that are going there that will be presenting, I think it'll be the most outstanding real estate conference to happen in recent years. So thank you so much for joining us. You're going to be joining us again because this is so much earlier. As Paris Paradigm develops, I'd like updates with you if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
As we get closer to the MLS International Forum in October. Thanks so much for joining us. Giselle Abadi, CTO and co-founder of Realtyna. I hope you'll join us again soon.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you for having me.